think of these things here, and all the reason why we never get nothing done is because we don't understand the country that we live in the playing fields. It's bigger than what you think it is. And when we run up on this, we be like, I don't understand why these brothers and sisters are not this way. It's so vast.
So, Brother Hemmitt, do you think this is part of the divide and conquer mentality?
That also, hold on a minute, she had her hand up. What's that?
What you saying about the gay adoption?
Huh?
What you saying about the gay adoption?
Yeah, she said the question is, what are you saying about the gay adoptions?
I'm against it.
Okay. Goddamn right.
I'm against it.
Why?
Huh? Look. No, look.
Answer the question. Move on.
Listen, not only that. Listen to this. Not only that. Even if you get into the philosophical debate, you got to also get into the psychological debate. Anything that makes a child confused is a statement. No, okay, now let me give you an example. Now, even if we make the argument that you got two gay lovers and you all do, and the child does not end up being confused, that might be an exception, but not necessarily the rule.
The gay folks who got two straight parents, where did they get confused?
No. But the point I'm trying to make is this.
They get confused.
There's only one problem, though.
What's the problem?
There's only one problem, though. You got to understand the country that you live in. Number two, and you not only do you have to know this is. No, wait a minute, hold on, ma'am. You gonna get left. Let me explain to you. I'm not gonna keep it all day. What I'm trying to tell you is this. What I'm trying to tell you is the confusion I'm talking about here. If you got a general culture that maligns and vilifies, stigmatizes people based on certain lifestyles, then you got a child. Don't tell me if a child has to go up against that compared to going up against something else.
If the child is black, he got to go up against
That's what I'm trying to say. So my point here is.
Another problem, man.
So my point here is this here.
Brother, hold on.
What?
You are now making it seem like gay adoptions are only in North America, and that's so I don't understand what you're saying.
Wait a minute. We're talking about what's going down in the policy of North America right now. We can't help what's going on in Peru.
But let's not generalize. Let's not generalize.
This is something we're not generalizing. No, we're not generalizing. I gave you one continent. I said it was a big continent. Now I can't jump. If a continent is too much to deal with, I know damn well we can't be talking about something in Brazil.
Right, we did. But hear what I'm saying, though. You made a point about, this actually was you made the point. Who said that's one more thing to deal with, right? My thing is because we live in a society that's, their ideas are all crazy and wrong, it doesn't mean that we then say that we're going to do it crazy. So because we're black, we can't change the fact that we're black. So we're going to be proud and be black and deal with the problems as it comes. So if someone is gay, they should be proud that they are gay and deal with the problems and wake the people up.
Hold
on, y'all, chill out. Listen.
It doesn't sound crazy.
Hold on now.
Hold on, Bobby teaching, man.
I'm the. Now, my point here is what this sister is saying is this. You still can't deny this sister for being a goddamn human being.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I understand where you're coming from based on the ideology, but this person is still standing right here in front of us today. That means we got to look at a bigger picture. They're not going to not stop being gay because you don't agree with the shit.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm trying to say? No, listen, what I'm trying to say this here. My point here is you got this, look, we can argue all day long about what is, but what we're trying to say here is it ain't going away. Because you don't agree with it, it's not like that person gonna say,
they produce children.
You cannot produce a child. Let me tell you, your
right. So my point here is this.
You can't produce a child, brother.
My point is this here. Now, what I'm talking about is this here. Personally, be honest with you, I really don't care what you do in your personal life. The point, mostly what I'm talking about here is we must understand where the government is going with this because they set a certain amount of policies because they have a certain amount of agendas. And so we need to look behind the agenda. Even if you get into the argument, it might be an argument that they want you to engage into because they want you to look a certain way at a certain situation because this still has disharmony.
Yeah, but here what happens now, governments produce and manipulate certain kinds of agenda to produce certain outcomes. And folks fall into their reverse psychology on that. Like, okay, the government and you are saying the same thing. Gay adoption is wrong.
No.
Y'all saying it for different reasons, but y'all saying the same thing.
Yes. I'm coming from a cultural standpoint of view. Now let me give you the cultural standpoint of view.
Break it down.
Because we didn't have that's by I come by way of culture. This is what I do. All right, then. So if you want to get a person to deal with some other stuff, you need to go find those particular people. Now I'm talking about based on culture. We didn't have to deal with this in the culture.
That's right.
Because that particular culture meant one thing.
That's not correct.
Wait a minute, hold on, back up. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on, no.
You're wrong.
Let me explain to you, sister. Wait a minute, sister.
It's just a new name. It's just a new name.
To neutralize one thing. First of all, I'm not going to get into the debate with you when we got hundreds of other to see something. This is not a debate based on me debating you. All right then. So I'm trying to tell you based on a cultural thing. I'm telling you my book. Listen.
Culture, I want to hear the cultural.
Now, based on the cultural thing, let me give you the cultural aspect of what they did on the continent. This is a very interesting information.
Okay.
The soul that comes down is of one origin when you incarnate. You might have an incarnation where you're female. You might have an incarnation where you're a male. The Africans or the ancient ones understood, based on their rites of passage, that they could get that particular person, and they could train that particular person, and they could take that particular person, and they could and based on the culture, that person would go into the body that was conducive, or his soul would fit the body which was conducive, in which it incarnated into.
Okay.
They had that type of rites of passage.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? They had that type of rites of passage. Thus, these problems didn't arise on a mass level. You see what I'm saying? So the point I'm trying to make here is this here. On a cultural aspect, we must look at those particular things. We were talking about people understanding that you could master the particular body that you incarnate into. And they gave you rites of passages that could master that. Now, what has happened here is we live in a civilized barbarism where the rites of passages are broken down. So we got things bouncing around all over the place. I'm going based on the cultural aspect of it.
That's right.
Now you can do what you want to do and all that. And listen to me, baby.
I have an open mind, but I want
No, baby. Let me just put it this way. You can accommodate all you want. I'm just saying this here. If you and your lover, whatever, raise somebody and they come up beautiful, well, I applaud you. But I'm talking about when the government gets into stuff, they have another agenda on why they do it. And all I'm trying to say is we need to look for that agenda.
That's why I raised the issue of when you said that the country is so divided.
Right.
Country, county, state.
State, right.
There's behind it, so you think this is all premeditated as a part of the conquer mentality.
Yes. Divide and conquer. That is the number one goal of the government every hour. That is the number one. Divide and conquer is the number one role of the government every hour. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, yo.